Yo, what is up, guys? So, guys, have another day so far. So, back on F122 this time around, doing some online racing this time, showing you 4 races today in this video. So, make sure you stay tuned for that, because some of the races are really good, some are okay, so stay tuned for that. So, the first race, we're at Bahrain for the first race of the day on this one, starting in P5. Got an okay start, got 2 places before the first corner into P3 right now. Trying to get space for the Alfa Romeo. Lucky I got passing around the outside into P2. Just trying to use a little bit EOS, just get a good momentum. But luckily I got into P2 just about before turn 4. So yeah, managed to get into P2 by the end of the first sector. So not a bad start of the race. So now I'll just need to try get through the middle sector and the first lap nice and tidy, and then I should be fine from there. So this is not an open lobby or cross-play lobbies, what I normally do a couple of times now. This is a little bit different. So it's the same platform on PlayStation. This is PlayStation lobbies, and these guys I know very well. Some of the quick drivers are in there, some are good, okay drivers in there as well, so it's not too bad when I race these guys. Yeah, they're not dirty drivers, so it's alright, so it's fine. Trying to stay a little bit nice and tidy. I'm lucky I got the end of the first lap with no issues at all. So not bad first lap. So I raced with these guys very well. I've said that in a few videos ago, or a few months ago. So yeah, these guys are very quick and okay drivers. They are some are a little bit slow, but they're not dirty, so I'm okay with that. So yeah, when I was doing this nobby, this took place on Monday, 2 days ago. I think this was really fun. I found these races are quite fun and really good racing between some of the people I know. Yeah, so this was a fun. What is it called? Invite nobbies or just friends nobbies? I don't know. I know it's not open nobbies or something like that. It's definitely friends nobbies. So yeah. So I was really pleased with how these people are doing. Yeah, they are improving a little bit, and some are okay-ish. Some are a little bit slowing down a little bit, but I managed to do all right on this game than I was on 2021. So I am improving a little bit, but I just still need a bit more work to do on it. So it's not the end of the world, but it's just need a bit more practice on there at the time. So when I was doing this, well, we're at the end of lap 2 now. Not doing too bad at this point. Still, the leader is about less than 2 seconds, so he's definitely quicker than me. And I'm doing the same time as him, but as all the quick guys are coming past, those guys are much quicker than me, so nothing I can do there. So what I have to do is stay there and see how it goes from there on that. As we come towards the middle sector on that 4 and that later, yeah, I made a mistake at turn 10 and I lost P2. So yeah, it was going really well till that point, and then I made a mistake at turn 10. So it's not the end of the world, but that's what happens if you make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes, so it's not because of my driving style, it's just happens all the time when you make mistakes. I don't know, I mean, when you're leading, you make mistakes. If you're in P3 or P2, you make mistakes, like me. Or even sometimes top 5 you can make mistakes as well, if you bang for the points and all that. So this guy in the Mercedes is quick, so I wasn't fighting that much on the straight. So I started letting him through on the main straight towards turn 1 on the last snap. So he's much quicker than me, so I thought I'd just let him through, and so I can have his DRS on this straight right here. So fend from the guy behind me Coming towards the end of lap 5, at the last corner, Destroyer won the race, so of the day, so fair play to him. So he was quick and fast. Managed to finish P4 on the road, so not too bad. I'll take top 5 all day. If it wasn't for that mistake, I would have finished P2 on the podium. I would have finished P2 anyway if it was a mistake at turn 10 on that 4. So yeah, I'll take top 5 all day, and this is the results. And some of the guys I know are at the bottom, so yeah, maybe they didn't have a good first race, or some are like struggling and all that. I don't know. Like some are. So the next race we're at Miami for race 2 of the day. Starting in the middle of the field in P9. Trying to get an okay start, but luckily it was alright. One guy stalled in a Ferrari. I think a guy I do know. A little bit messy at the... Well, it wasn't messy, but I was just trying to get through here to the first sector nice and calm. Red Bull got spun there, so that puts me to P6. Walcott, who's behind me, is desperate to get past me. I had to go offensive at this corner here, onto this back straight. I had to use all my ERS to stay ahead for a bit, and Walcott is using all of his ERS. I mean, fair play to him, but I know he's quick. But I had to use all my ERS on this straight to stay ahead. Yeah, I think that cost me the podium, maybe. Well, you'll see it now in the race. Coming towards through here, I got tagged by Walcott at the snowiest section of the track of the Miami. Yeah, so that drops me back to where I started in P9. Well, I did give him space on the inside. I did give him space. Maybe he tagged me. I think he went a little bit to the left a bit more, so when I tried to give him space, I don't know. Yeah, happens. Every time me and Walker always get tagged every time. I think this is like third or second time we got tagged. I think one tag was like a while ago. I'm not really sure where that was. It was one of those races we did for fun, and then it was a messy anyway. Coming towards the end of Nat 1 into Nat 2, still in P9, just trying to recover from that tag, but I mean it wasn't a mistake. It was just an accident really, so it was fine. So I was okay with it. So I wasn't angry about it because it's only that one. So coming towards through the end of the first sector, I managed to call up to the rest of the pack. I mean, the knee is not that far away. It's just down by the next corner, by the end of the next straight. So I'm not that far behind the leaders. So coming towards this tight snow section right now, through here. As we come towards through here, this bit was a mess. But luckily I managed to get 4 places there, but I had to take a corner cut there because I had nowhere to go and it was a tight bit there. Luckily I got into P5 there, so... Well, I mean, luckily it was an illegal overtake, so I was okay with it. So yeah, that was very lucky for me, so thank God it was ghosted. If it wasn't ghosted, it would have been chaos. I managed to fend from this guy at the end of another straight. As we skipped onto the nap on that 3, they say he's made a mistake there. That puts me into P3. My teammate got spun on turn 3, so I had to skip it a little bit for that bit. So not too bad, into P3. I know he's quicker than me, so I wasn't even fighting this guy. So I was just trying to get to the end of the race with no ERS. I mean, I had to use all my ERS on the first snap, what I said earlier, from Walcott. I mean, if it wasn't for that, I would have saved 30-40% of the ERS by now. On this straight here, I wasn't using it that much, because I know you say this guy was quick than me. So I decided to hit him through at the hairpin. Well, I wasn't fending, I wasn't trying to leave him through on purpose. I was just trying to hit him through, so I don't want to lose time. So just trying to... And then also I'm trying to get his DRS as well, so he can pull me along. So I have to use my ERS a little bit. So coming towards in that 4, still in P4, so I have a chance for a top 5 here, once again, like I did in Bahrain. Just trying to get through here nice and tidy, without spinning. Luckily I didn't so far, apart from the tag and a warning. And then this guy made a mistake again on that same turn, and that later on that same corner. So that puts me back into P3 again. So I might have a chance for a podium here if it stays like this. But I have no EOS at all, so I've got no energy and no EOS at all. So I had to fight. I just need to. I had to fend or something. I don't know. A little bit. I've got a warning there, but I don't know why. I put it a little bit wide there at the chicane, but it's a bit odd. But I don't know why that's a warning. It's a bit weird. So at this point, I've got no EOS at all. So I was going backwards at this point. So these two had DRS, so I had nothing to do there. I know Psycho was quick, so I thought I'd let him through. So I can use his DRS on this straight here towards turn 1. And then on the last lap now, still in P5, so I might have a chance for P5. If the first two make a mistake or something, I'll have a chance for P3. And through the first sector, I'm just trying to stay with them. Hopefully they'll make mistakes as well, or even get a 2-second penalty, I don't know, or something like that. I managed to get DRS from the Cyclo on this guy. I managed to get DRS on this straight, so that kind of helped a little bit. So, a little bit of DRS there, so not too bad. Yeah, so I was feeling okay in this race, but I wasn't blaming Walcott for the tag, but it's not his fault. But I did give him space, so this time around. But he just went up. I mean, I don't know. I think he was desperate to get past me, so because he was using all his ERS, so I had to use it a little bit to fend. So I mean, I managed to fend really well, but yeah, that's what happens. Yeah, I wasn't sure it was my fault or it was his fault, but I'll just say it wasn't his fault or my fault. It was kind of an accident, really. So on this one. So yeah, coming towards at the end of the race. So finished P5 around Miami. The leader was this guy, and Better and 98 raced really well for the lead. If it wasn't for the tag, I would have been up there with these two, because I was right with these two anyway before the tag. So I would have been top 3 or maybe a chance of a victory there. I don't know. So yeah, oh well. So it's a shame, but I'll take P5 around Miami. Not too bad at all. So now we're off to Japan for race 3 of the day. The third race of the day on this one. Starting in P7. Trying to get an okay start. Enzo got stalled there at the start. Managed to gain a praise. And then it was 3 wide. Trying to back out because I was in an awkward praise. I don't know who was that on the right, but I think it was like Psycho. I'm not sure who that was. I mean, it wasn't his fault because I was in the middle, so I was trying to back out to net these. I was trying to back out, but it didn't work. So yeah, so a bit messy there, but luckily I survived it. So in P11, not a great start. But when I came through here, I managed to get past this guy in the Williams. So that was a nice overtake there into P10. Now coming towards his hairpin, trying to hold on. Luckily I managed to get through. And that puts me into P10 in the middle sector. So now I just need to try and recover from that almost a spin on that one. And see how it goes from there. I think when I was doing this race, it was really good. So I found it really good, and also Japan was really good as well. So And I did do another one at Japan. I'll show you that that'll be in the next video. So stay tuned on my channel. So for that. One guy got a mistake at the chicane at the end of the first lap. Back into P9 where I started. I think it was P9 or P7. I'm not sure where I started. Can't remember now. So just trying to follow these guys, just trying to stay with them, trying to get through the sector without, well, going around these curves in Japan, you do catch them out sometimes. A little bit wide there, but a bit odd, but just trying to recover from, just trying to avoid the spin maybe. I don't know, that's what I was trying to do. So coming towards the hairpin for the second time, I think there was like, there's a spitter there, Nation's gone a little bit wide, a little bit bargy there, but lucky I got into P8, so I gained a place there. This guy's lost his momentum, and Psycho is trying to get past me at the spoon curve. A little bit wide there, but luckily it was no warning, so thank God for that. Managed to... He did let me through, so fair play for him. So yeah, me and Psycho were just in the middle, just trying to recover from that first lap spin. I don't know who that was on the right side. Coming towards chicane, Walcott got spun, and then he got 3 cars spun to the left, and that puts me into P3, and that puts me into a podium straight away. So I gained back 4 places at the end of lap 2. So that was really nice. So, I mean, back into P3 once again. So, trying to get past this Alfa Romeo, Star 98, where his name is, so my apologies for his, well, can't spell his name. Well, he won the race, he did win the race at Miami, so that's the guy who won at Miami. Trying to follow him, but he did gain a few tenths off me. Maybe he's got a little bit more downforce than I have, I don't know, something like that. Coming towards through here, didn't go too wide, but the Williams had a really good exit. Trying to get alongside me, a little bit of tag there, but luckily I didn't get into a spin. And then I lost 2 places at the hairpin from that. I mean, I wasn't angry about it, I was just like, kind of in a weird place to overtake. Well, I mean, he had a good exit, but he could just wait or something. But it's fine, but I'm not angry about it, but that happens in racing really, you just move on from there. So, Walcott is right behind me, so just trying to recover from that mistake. It wasn't a mistake, it was just, I don't know, I think I lost momentum through there, I don't know. I think it was lost momentum. And the leader is just, well, not that far away, so I might have a chance for a podium here, or a victory, if I'm lucky or not. So coming towards the end of that 3 into that 4, those guys were pulling away right now. So I think they're much quicker than me, so nothing I can do there. Trying to get through here nice and tidy without spinning. And then this guy made a mistake here. I had to go wide to avoid the contact because he wasn't ghosted. So if he wasn't ghosted, so I had to go wide a little bit. Lost about a few tenths there from that guy. If he was ghosted, I would have gone through there normally, but I had to go wide because he wasn't ghosted, so I had to lost a few tenths in orbit. So yeah, so back at the hairpin after the exit. I mean, the first 3 are having a nice battle for the lead, and I'm just trying to get closer to him, to the leaders. I know I'm much quicker than the leader, but I just can't get closer. But I am trying my best, it's just, it's really difficult sometimes in these lobbies. It's not because of the driving style, or they have more EOS or less downforce or something. It's just, I'm just making sure I don't get any warnings and make sure I don't get penalties. I think it was strict in these lobbies, so I'm not sure I had a warning yet, but I think I was okay so far. So coming towards the last lap of the race, Still in P4. Walcott is still behind me. So, I'm surprised I'm holding him on. Coming towards here, the Nida's made a mistake. The Alfa Romeo's made a mistake. And that puts me into P2. And so, that puts me to P2. Those two have spun at turn 2. And then, yeah. So, I was back into the P2 again. So I was like, oh, very nice. I'll take P2 all day. Now, the Nida is just in front of me. So now I'm just trying to get closer to this guy. Come towards the hairpin. Trying to take it through it nice and tidy. Try to get an okay exit. But he's still got a good exit, but nothing I can do there. And then me and Walcott... Well, Walcott's gaining on me, so I have to fend from P2 and catching P1 at the same time. A little bit wide there, but luckily I managed to hold on. Luckily I managed to avoid that curve. So I had to go defensive at the R30R. But luckily, things spun there. I did give him space this time around. So, didn't tag me this time around, like I did in Miami. Nice, it was nice. It was a nice fending there. Trying to fend from the inside, using all my ERS, and that puts me P2 at Japan. So finally got a podium in this race, and also the Nida's won again, like he did in Miami. So fair play to him once again, and also fair play to Walcott from trying to overtake me, but I'm lucky I fended it. It's not too bad at all. So yeah, that was at Japan for race 3. But now we're on to the final race of the Vidno. In today's Vidno, we're at Imola in Italy, but this is a wet race. So this is the first time doing a wet race on this Vidno. So yeah, so try and get an okay start. The Red Bull had a really good start. So trying to be okay at the first 3 turns, make sure I don't spin or make a mistake. Luckily I didn't. The Red Bull made a mistake here after a really good start, but yeah, it was annoying, but I mean I would have been like P3 or something. I am P3 right now, but you'll see later on in the lap I managed to get past Enzo for P2. So coming towards through here, trying to follow Enzo in the Aston Martin for P2. Went a little bit wide here, but luckily I didn't get a warning. I managed to get past him here before the next 2 turns. So I got past him for P2. So luckily there was no contact or no warnings, no legal overtakes, so everything's alright. So into P2, so not too bad of the start. Coming through the chicane, nice and tidy. No issues at all. Quite away from the rest of the field as well, so not too bad. So by the end of the first snap, I mean, the leader is just there, right in front of me. So he was started from pole, and I started like P3 or something in this race. So not too bad on the first snap. So trying to get closer and trying to stay with him, but he is too far back, so there's no point overtaking him from there, because that would be ridiculous. And then coming forward through the first 3 turns, he nearly made a mistake there, but that gains me nearly a second there, catching him up, so I'm right behind him once again. So one is trying to get closer, but luckily people behind me were struggling in this race, and me and the AlphaTauri Sprit 99 and also the Sadies and the Iping guy managed to get some pace in the wet. My pace was alright, right? I put more downforce on this track because I normally use lowered wings in the dry, but in this one it's very wet, so I have to put more downforce on, so to make it good in through the corners and also more traction and also make it better because of the rain. That's why I had to put more downforce on in the wet. And I'm not sure Sprit was using more downforce or a little bit less downforce. I'm not really sure. I don't know, because he's very good He's very good on the straights. So, like this straight right now, and I was okay through the corners. I managed to set the fastest lap of the race at 1:29.7 on that 2, onto that 3. So still too far back to overtake, to go for a move. Too far back really, so nothing I can do there. On that 2 into 3, nothing I can do there. Yeah, it was like this for the rest of the race. So for 5 laps. As we come towards, if we skipped on to lap 5 right now, we're exactly the same as it was on lap 2. So yeah, so I have no answer really for the leader. So I had tried my hardest to get past him, but we're just doing the same pace and same gap for the last 3 laps of the race. The Mercedes guy was very quick, so he was definitely catching us up at the end, but they were ran out of laps, so thank God it wasn't a 25%. If it was 25%, he would have caught me up anyway, and he would have got past me. A little bit, I don't know, if he was lucky. So yeah, so finished P2 around Miami if the leader makes a mistake, or a penalty, or gets a penalty or something. But sadly he didn't. So fair play to the leader, so Split 99, fair play to him. So whatever his name is, fair play to him. So I finished P2 at Imola, so I'll take a podium all day. Race 4 of the day. So showing you 4 races today, so that's the 4th one and final one of the day. So yeah, so like the vidno, subscribe to the channel if you're new, turn notifications as well so you don't miss the next vidno. So I'll appreciate it a lot, that'll help me out, that'll give me support. So yeah, so I'm going to end it here, so it'll be the same again in the next vidno, so stay tuned for that on my channels. And see you guys next time, see you guys around, and see you later.